So this video is for those of you who have not yet finished your cylinder data density chart. And I'm going to just run through quickly what you need to do in order to complete this column on your data chart for density. So the first thing that you will do will be to create a T-chart. I'll actually write the formula first, which is the first step. D equals M divided by V. Then you're going to need a T-chart. You will name the T-chart the color of the cylinder. You'll have mass as one of your values, and you'll have volume as the other one. You go to your cylinder density data table. These values in your T-chart come from that chart. So the mass for copper is 71.2 grams, and the volume for copper was 8.0 centimeters cubed. So step 2 then would be to put those values into the formula using parentheses. You are expected to show all these steps as you work these density problems. So for copper, we would put 71.2 grams in the numerator, and we would divide by 8.0 centimeters cubed. Step 3 is very simply pick up your calculator and do the math for that problem. And so if we punch in 71.2 grams and divide by 8.0, hit the equals key, we get 8.9 grams per centimeters cubed. What we will do is to round these to the nearest hundredth when we're calculating density. So this would wind up being 8.90 because we don't have a digit in the hundreds place, and that would be grams per centimeters cubed. This value then goes up into the density column, and we would have then the density calculated for the copper cylinder. You need to complete all 4 of these steps for each color. So if your next color was actually going to be, let's say, the orange cylinder, and you have your data for the orange cylinder already completed, you've measured the mass, you've calculated the volume using the volume formula. And when you've completed all these steps for the orange cylinder using the density formula, you would write that value in there. When you finish all of the cylinders in the cylinder density data chart, you will need to go to Google Classroom to October 24. There is a do-in class there where I've shared a Google Sheet with you, and I will quickly show you how to accomplish the Google Sheet. So please remember that when you come to Google Sheets, you will need to put a heading in here. So the first thing you will do will be to type in, and then you'll hit the enter key 2 times, and you're going to put the headings to your cylinder density data chart, which would be color and mass, and then volume, and then density. And then you will simply come through and you will put in the values underneath each heading with the units. In order to put a exponent in here, you're going to use a shifted 6 key. That little caret, it's called a caret. That little caret right there means that that 3 is going to be an exponent. And then your density is going to have 2 units, grams. So you're going to go a little slash there, and then centimeters cubed. So then you would enter all of the data from your cylinder density data chart into the Google Sheet, and then you will turn this in from Google Classroom.